But I have to ask the question. I'm more of a basketball head, you know what I'm saying? I do watch football, but definitely more of a basketball head. So I have to ask this question. MJ or LeBron?
For me personally, I'm a Jordan type of guy, personally.
All right, I might have to walk out.
Yeah, I'm a Jordan guy. The thing is, like, he still has LeBron. I've met LeBron.
Word?
Yeah, LeBron's dope. It's the 6, though. You can't.
Exactly.
It's 6 championships is more than what LeBron has. And not only that, it's like, how can you use the argument of, oh, well, he was playing against plumbers, he was playing against these garbage people. What?
He was playing against good players.
Okay, so if he was playing against good players, then 6 is more than LeBron has. That's all I'm saying.
You are now listening to the Hold Your Point Podcast, a platform dedicated to discussing millennial culture and experience through a Christian lens, redefining who we are with cultural excellence and as children of the Most High. Cultivating thought-provoking discussion and spreading the word of God with love. Hold your point.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Peace to the planet. This is the Hold Your Point Podcast. We are the Hold Your Point Podcast crew. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. It's going to be a really good one. We got the boys in the building and we got a special guest. But before we do all that, just want to say thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing and liking and sharing. You know, we're seeing the progress and the results, and we really appreciate your support. Of course, visit holdyapointofficial.com. That's where you'll get the link to the merchandise and everything else we got going on, all our other socials and stuff like that. But it's really good to be back in the building. And like I said, we got a special guest today, someone I know personally and someone the guys are going to get to know a little better. And hopefully y'all are going to get to know a little better too. You might have seen him around a little bit. I think we should probably start with a clip just to give you a glimpse of who he is. So let's do that first.
Man, this season's over. Dak isn't injury prone. This is what happens when you have a bad offensive line. Cooper Rush can handle things until Dak gets back. Think about it. Cooper Rush is the best quarterback in the NFC East. What do you mean you don't have Cooper Rush jerseys? I don't want Jalen Hurts jerseys. Jalen Hurts is garbage. Daniel Jones is garbage. And Carson Wentz is garbage. This was Jerry's plan from the beginning. Suck so we can fire McCarthy and get Sean Payton. I already know what he's going to say. I'm not picking up. I mean, backup QBs can still be good. Andy Dalton won a game before. Matt Castle. Remember Matt Castle? He's won a game before. It could be worse. We could have Kellen Moore as the backup quarterback and our offensive coordinator. No player's going to fix the situation. We need a new coach. Can you trade owners? You don't remember the days when the starting quarterback felt like a backup. You don't remember Quincy Carter, Drew Henson, Stephen McGee? No, I'm not picking that up. If Tom Brady can do it, why can't Troy Aikman? That's all I'm saying. We're still winning the division. I don't care. How old is Tony Romo? Cooper Rush is going to hold it down until Dak gets back. Tyron Smith comes back from injury. We win the Super Bowl. Like, it's possible. If the Seahawks can beat the Broncos, we can beat the Bengals. Cowboys Nation, let's ride. Fine. Hello?
Yo, Scooter. How about the backups?
All right. So as you heard, we got scootermagruder in the building. Scooter, welcome to the podcast, brother. How you doing?
Hey, listen, glad to be here. It's a great day to be alive. I appreciate you guys having me on.
It's an honor and pleasure,
Man. That's what's up.
Honor and a pleasure.
Yeah, man. So as you guys can see, Scooter is a YouTuber who's very popular. He's got a lot of videos up. Obviously, sports and comedy is something he likes to do and mix. So he's got a lot of content, and he's a very successful brother. I know Scooter personally from the University of Florida,
Scooter?
The best school in the
Gators.
state of Florida.
Hold
Go
on.
Gators. Go
Absolutely.
Gators. Right?
Absolutely. Listen, he's being modest. What DTH over here is not telling you guys is that the University of Florida is the #1 public university in the United States of America.
He's not wrong.
Okay, I'm just stating facts here.
He's
all
not
right,
wrong.
we got DJ Lagway. DJ Lagway is going to hold it down the next 3 to 4 years. Our time is coming. Just wait. That's all I'm saying. Just wait. Just wait. You'll see.
There we go. There we go. So let me kick this off. We're really happy to have you, Scooter, and I'm sure it's going to be a great episode, man. So obviously, film is something that you went to school for, and you're very successful at it. I've literally seen how the progression of your career and how you started recording videos back in SLED with the SLED Olympics, right? All the way. And I think that's still on, right?
Yeah, that's my first video. My first video on my YouTube channel is a documentary about dorm life where actually me and David lived on the same floor. Definitely check that out. First video ever created is about my experience living in the dorms because I lived there all 4 years. Shout out Sled Hall.
Shout out to SLED. So listen, so yeah, I'm on that too. So go check it out. But so I wanted to ask, where did your love for film and content creation come from? How did that come about?
All right, so this is honestly how everything happened. 14 years old, and my mom had put me in everything growing up. Like, I was in a boy choir growing up. I went to every sort of camp you could have imagined. My mom had me going to it. 14 years old, though, they got auditions at Universal for a reality show. I go to it. I get a call back. They're like, all right, you made it past the first round. We want you to send in a tape. And I said, all right, cool. So I shoot a little tape, do a little funky stuff, act a little goofy. Next thing you know, hey, can you send in another one? So I made it to the second round. Long story short, I end up being on a reality TV show when I'm 14 years old.
Nice.
Endurance 2, Blue Team, shout out, stop lying. And basically that experience is kind of what catapulted me into loving TV and film production because you get an up-close look. Like I'm looking at all the camera people and, they go back. This was in Mexico, by the way. So they go back and I'm seeing what they do. And it was just cool to like be up front, that close to everything happening, seeing the host have to do it again, the cue cards. This man has his own lady with an umbrella holding for the sun so the sun doesn't get on him. Mm-hmm. But that process right there was pretty much the catalyst for me. I was already interested before then, but that sort of like cemented my legacy going in that direction. And what's actually crazy is one of the guys on that season actually ended up being a movie star now, a huge movie star now.
Who's that?
Glenn Powell. If you ever watch Mission Impossible, he's the hangman. He's in a movie with Sydney Sweeney recently.
Oh,
great debater. This man is doing work, but he did not do work on Endurance 2. We got that on him. We made it further than Glenn Powell. Glenn, if you're watching, get lit. I'm sorry. I love you, though, Glenn.
Endurance. I remember that show. We had the colors and all that, and you were on a
shout out Blue Team.
So okay, yeah. I remember Endurance. That's a good show.
Season 1, John A. was on the Blue Team. If you watch like any reality TV shows from the Challenge, John A. was on the Blue Team. Season 1.
Yes. I remember that.
I want to kind of jump to the gusto a little bit. So like currently right now, how many subscribers do you have, and what has been the biggest opportunity that your channel has fostered for you?
I'm at 630K right now.
Nice.
The off season is always a slow period. I do most of my work around NFL season. That's when I get the most views and things like that, which is kind of interesting because I started more with the NBA videos. But as far as like biggest thing that's happened to my channel, God has blessed me tremendously. So like I've been able to do a lot of dope things over my career. And I am one of the most like tenured creators, period. Like I've been doing this since 2011 now. And there aren't too many creators who started then who are still doing it now. But like some of the dope things I've been able to do, for example, I got to go to the Final Four. Wendy's sent me to the Final Four. That was dope. Wow. Got to go to the national championship. Taco Bell sent me to the national championship. I went to another national championship. Twitter invited me to a national championship for football. Just got to go to the Super Bowl. TCL hooked it up with that. I got a free car and gas for 7 months. Ford Fiesta. I was one of those people. And I could keep going and going and going.
Blessings.
I met Dak, did a commercial with CD Lamb and Walmart.
Nice.
There's been so many things that God has blessed me with over time. So
Awesome.
that would be the whole episode if I'm just listing out all the dope stuff. But yeah, God has definitely taken care of me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I'm sure it hasn't been like that the whole time, right?
Absolutely.
So you had to
not.
go through the rough stages. I know you kind of alluded to your first ever video, but like, what made you kind of stick with it? Because, you know, sometimes, like you was kind of alluding to earlier, is some people don't stay with it, right? But what made you kind of just say, you know, I'm just going to stick with this?
Well, this is what happened. So I went to University of Florida, go Gators. All right, we're winning the national championship soon. All right, just relax.
Let's go Knights, but it's all right.
Wow.
Yeah, we here.
I'll be in prayer.
We here.
But what happened was my mindset was like this. I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to go to Teach for America. Get that, because I'm a light-skinned black man. There's not a lot of black people applying for these programs. They need black males. I got the grades. I'm going to do that 2 years. Harvard Business School, first black governor of Florida, and then whatever I want to do after that.
Nice.
That was the route. I had it planned in my mind. God said, you thought, because I made to the final rounds of Teach for America, and then I got the email,
We regret to.
Oh, yeah.
had no backup plans.
Wow.
Which was very naive of me. It's harder to get into Teach for America than it is to get into Harvard Business School. I just thought I was like, I got it. Like,
Andrew got in there.
yeah.
You remember that?
I'm like, what the? Andrew. No. Shout out Andrew.
Andrew Heck.
But I had no backup plan. Had no idea what I was doing after that. Put all my eggs in one basket. I said, this is what's happening. After that, you get a list. They're like, Teach for America is like, we don't want you, but maybe one of these other AmeriCorps programs will want you. And I did 10 months in Orlando with Public Allies and a different AmeriCorps program. But I realized that I could not have a traditional 9 to 5. That's when I realized that. I said, is this life? Like, is this what life is? Like, just waking up early. I'm the youngest person at this company. Like, there's no one my age. I'm not really passionate about what I'm doing. Is this what life is? That's when I started making YouTube videos. And I was like, let me try something else, because this cannot be what I'm about to be doing the next 20, 30, 40 years of my life. Start making YouTube videos. Not sports related, just literally just copying my favorite YouTubers at the time. Ryan Higa, Kev Jumba. This is old school. This is like way back in the day.
Before the ads.
Yeah, and so I wasn't making any money initially. I was just doing it because I just got to do something to propel myself. They were terrible. Absolutely garbage videos, but they got better over time. Next thing you know, one video, I'm on Twitter, and someone's like, hey, I just saw your video on Twitter. I saw your video on TV. And I was like, which video did you see on TV? And they're like, oh, we saw this one. And turns out a TV company took my video and was talking about it, how we're talking about it, in a TV show called Right This Minute. They're in Arizona. They review like viral videos and funny videos. I said, what the heck? You can just do that? And you can, fair use. So I said, I'm going to send them another video. I sent them Why Santa Can't Be Black, right? I sent them that video. And then they played it. And then that started a relationship with that. Next thing you know, I make a top 100 video. It gets on the Today Show. Nice. And so I'm like, well, I'll just make another top 100 video, send that to the same producer. So next thing you know, I get flown out. And I'm on the Today Show with Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Hey. Shout out to Kathy.
Shout out Kathy. But it was just, that pretty much is how I got into making videos. And then I won a YouTube competition. I was the YouTube Next Vlogger, first class. First time they were ever doing anything like that. YouTube would pay you money and give you equipment, sort of like just to set you up. And I was a part of the first class of that. And that sort of coincided with me ending my 10 months with AmeriCorps. And I've been making videos ever since. Wow. The switch to sports came, I don't know if you guys remember when there was this thing online where everyone, right now, you guys know the videos is like, we're Magic fans.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So there was another like thing like that going on back in 2012, and it was S people say. It was like
Things people say.
stuff
Yeah.
Latinos say, stuff people from Miami say, stuff gay people say. No one was doing sports videos. So I do stuff Magic fans say. Boom, hits. I'm on local news, right? They play the video on the news. I'm in the Sentinel. They're talking about it. I'm like, oh, well, I went to Florida. Go Gators. Someone has to do a Gator video. I make, we're Gators fans. It goes. People are sharing this. They've been waiting for someone to do something like
The
this.
Orlando Magic loved it. They probably shared a bunch of it.
The Magic shared the Magic video. Yeah, but the
of course.
Gators won win. But then the Knowles came out with their version, and it was garbage. Like, the Knowles didn't even like their video. They just didn't do it the right way. Like, it wasn't, like, properly done. They hated it.
I'm sure.
I'm like, for real. To the point where I was like, I'm going to drive to Tallahassee. I'm going to make a Seminole video right now. And I did that. I made a Stuff Knowles fan say, the Gator made your video better than y'all could make your video. And they loved it. They were sharing it because it was authentic. It was like, this is what a Knowles fan is feeling.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're a Gator fan, you know how Knowles fans feel.
About
And long story short, I've been making that same video and calling it different things the last 10 years. basically. And for some reason, it's been working.
You found something and stuck with it, man.
Hey, that works. Nah, man, Scott, that's an amazing story. I mean, I think one of the biggest things I loved from that story is that you definitely related it to God. You know, you gave all your appreciation to God. You gave all your kudos to God. And I think something I definitely wanted to ask you, and, you know, as someone who does a lot of sports videos, and you mentioned that, what's a relation? I believe God is in everything. I believe God is in all of our lives. He's in every aspect, even in sports. Like, what's something that you see in sports, an aspect in sports that you can relate spiritually? I'll give you an example. There's roles. Sometimes I think about, you know, you need certain roles on the team, and it works in any relationship. You need to know your role. Like, what's an aspect in the two worlds that you can relate to each other?
Oh, man. So for me, I would say, like, this is a lot with content creation as well. You can't really compare yourself. People always say comparison is a thief of joy. Yes and no. Like, yes, it's good to compare yourself to see what is this person doing that I can do and get better at, or what am I missing? But you might see someone in your field put out a video, and you're looking at it, and you're like, my video was better than that. Why? How come I didn't get those views? Why is he doing better than me? So it's just knowing that your time will come, and not to always look at someone else and try and downplay what they're doing. What they're doing has nothing to do with what you're doing. Right. As a content creator, your biggest competition is yourself. It's not what anyone else is doing. And if you think that way, you will fail. Because I'm only battling against myself.
Makes sense.
Can I make my next video better than my last video? What worked in my last video that should go forward? So just like that, same way on the court, like, some people might have championships that are scrubs, and then you got people who are legends, no championships ever. God's will be done, you know?
Amen.
Maybe it's not in my will to be a champion, but maybe I didn't need to be a champion. Maybe I just needed to talk to this person who needed to hear something that day. Maybe my video didn't need to go to 1 million people. It just needed to go to 20,000 people. And one of those 20,000 people is still here on earth because something connected with my video. So it's just like, that's what I mean when I'm just saying, like, comparison could be a good,
Love that.
especially in sports, because I definitely can see how people always compare players to players and stats to stats. So,
Oh, we getting there.
So, like, I guess I want to ask, too, like, with the success with the YouTube channel, obviously there has to be, like, some general life principles that you kind of adapt to kind of be consistent and so forth. So what is one principle that you have found has worked to help your success in life that you kind of stick to?
So this one goes back to the college days, but done is better than perfect.
Ooh.
Done is better than perfect because at least for me, like I will try and craft a video and make sure the audio's all level and make sure the color is this blurry. Okay, we can't use this clip. No one cares. No one cares. They just want content. That's really, long as the audio is good, people just want content.
Yeah,
so put it out. And that's another thing. Like you never know what is going to take off.
Yeah.
I have a video. It got 20K on YouTube. I'm like, bruh. That same video has 400K on Instagram. That same video has 20K on TikTok. You never know what platform is going to be successful. You never really know these days what's going to hit. So just put yourself out there and see what happens.
Shotgun method.
So let me ask you this, Scooter. You are a newly married man. Congratulations. Most of us on the pod are married except for some of us, right? But we're getting there, right? Obviously,
I'm just playing.
Marriage is something God instituted. We know it's very important. It's the design that God had for man and woman to be together. So just wanted to know, how's that going for you? How's that been? What new things are you learning about being a husband, and how does that impact what you do?
First of all, home ownership is wild. Let's just start there. Here's what not to do when you get married. Okay, let's start with what not to do. Don't start a renovation the second you get married. Give it some time. Let it breathe a couple of months. So we literally jumped right into a renovation as soon as we got married because we got a house. We're trying to fix up the house. We just got a kitchen a month ago. So it was just like a survival process, us trying to get in the house. We don't have a kitchen. We're not eating healthy. So that was a struggle. On the flip side, everyone says, hey, if you can finish a renovation with someone, you can
You can do
that relationship is going to be good to go. So we've sort of passed that test right there. Everything's sort of coming into its own. What we're really trying to do, though, is get ready for this next football season because I want to stream all the games, basically. So I'm trying to get everything ready so we can stream there, start shooting my YouTube videos there because right now I'm still commuting back and forth from my old location where I would shoot videos. So just trying to get established and like in a routine is sort of where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, where do you see yourself in the future? Like, what's because you strike me for a man that has vision, obviously, right? From your stories of your upcoming. So, where do you see yourself with your career moving forward?
Okay, this is crazy. Okay. So one of the things I'm trying to do is end homelessness in Central Florida by 2050.
Wow.
This is something
I could link you up with somebody, man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Link me up. I'm trying to be with all the people. Long story short, during COVID, I went down a rabbit hole, a deep rabbit hole of sustainability, basically. And I found out different techniques on how people do building. And long story short, I found a way we can make these buildings and they can be cheap. They can be fireproof, hurricane proof, mold and mildew resistant, regulate temperature, regulate humidity, and it's just using compressed earth blocks. So you can take dirt, 70% of all dirt works, and you can mix this dirt with 10% Portland cement, and then you get a block out of it, and it's literally like any type of block, and you build a house, and you have a house that is one of the most healthy homes possible. And so what I'm trying to do is get this equipment, build like a little test thing in my backyard, like a little test shed of compressed earth blocks, sort of educate people along the way. Hey, the way we build is really dumb. Drywall can mold and mildew. And what are we doing? These homes can be hit by a tornado and survive. These homes can flood, and all you got to do is wipe the stuff off, and you're good to go. So my goal,
it can withstand hurricane winds,
hurricane
that's
floods, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
We're not doing this.
What are we doing? Like, why am I renovating my house and I'm finding mold and mildew all over the place? And it's like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
So God put that on my heart, there's a company who actually trains people in how to make these, a Christ organization. They're called HYP International. So my goal is to go there, get some training on how to make these blocks, get the equipment, and then longer vision. Talking about the vision is to build like a family and friends community plot with compressed earth. Maybe make like a farm, live off the land, basically. Impressive. And if we are able to make money off of this one community, then start planting other communities where it's like, hey, you don't have anywhere to stay tonight. Well, you can come stay here as long as you want in this community. What's the catch? It's a Jesus-filled community. We go to church. See that church? Yeah, we go to that church every week, and we're exhibiting the fruits of the Spirit over here. That's the catch. You need some money? Oh, well, you can help out with the farm, or you can help out with whatever we come up with. So that's my vision, 10, 20 years. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I'm building towards everything with my YouTube, with my family channel that I'm going to launch, the gaming channel that I'm relaunching. So that's the mission I'm on right now. It's just hard to get land. I'm waiting on God, basically. That's where I'm at. I'm waiting on God because, like, God, if this is really what you want me to do, I need to find some land, and I need to meet the right people, right, and shake the people's hands. So that's where I'm at on that journey.
That's an amazing story.
That's amazing,
yeah, man.
I never thought I would be here. Let me tell you, I never thought I would be here. So
just to, and that's great, man. I just wanted to segue back to the YouTube piece really quick because there was a time when I had considered, like, you know how some people say, like, oh, create a page and put like 3 hours of sleep music on there and it'll just hit automatically.
Oh, faceless.
And I was like, oh, I thought about that, but I never saw it through. So like with 600,000 plus subscribers, what has been like your best revenue month from YouTube, you would say?
Okay, so let me address a couple things that you said. So there are so many ways to make money these days.
Break it down for us.
You can make money on YouTube. You can make money on TikTok. There's so many different ways to make money. What I would advise everyone, though, is to make something you're passionate about.
Sir.
It doesn't matter if you're making millions of dollars, because you can look at these YouTubers, these TikTokers who have seen success fast and quick. And to me, that is scary. That's dangerous, in my opinion, because you get all this stuff all at once and then you don't know what to do. And you might not have the best counsel around you. So I would just say, if sleep music and meditation, if that's your thing, then do that. But if it's not, I would not recommend doing anything that you don't have a strong passion in, because you will get tired of it quick. Sure. As far as revenue goes, I don't really make that much money off of my YouTube videos per month. And a lot of creators don't make that much money off of the AdSense, is what it's called. So what I do primarily is I find sponsors, or sponsors come to me and then we negotiate deals, and then we'll do a video. That's how TCL sent me to the Super Bowl. That was one of those types of deals. So for me, I'm fortunate because I'm in the sports niche category. So I'll have companies coming to me wanting to promote different sports or sports adjacent things. Maybe 5 to 10K would have been like the best month on YouTube, but I'm never relying on YouTube money monthly to do anything, because that's not how I bring in my money.
Nice. I heard it from the professional.
Yeah, it's unless you're bringing in monthly views in the millions, multi-millions, you are not making a living.
This is Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, if you're Club Shay Shay, you're doing good. You are doing pretty good.
Yeah. Well, since Nigel brought us back over here, I wanted to kind of stay on your story, man. Stay on what you're looking to do in the future. That's awesome. But I have to ask the question. I'm more of a basketball head, you know what I'm saying? I do watch football, but definitely more of a basketball head. So I have to ask this question. MJ or LeBron?
For me personally, I'm a Jordan type of guy, personally.
All right, I might have to walk out.
Yeah, I'm a Jordan guy. The thing is, like, he still has LeBron. I've met LeBron.
Right?
Yeah, LeBron's dope. It's the 6, though. You can't.
Exactly.
It's 6
And then
championships is more than what LeBron has. And not only that, it's like, how can you use the argument of, oh, well, he was playing against plumbers, he was playing against these garbage people. What?
He was playing against good players.
Okay, so if he was playing against good players, then 6 is more than LeBron has. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, the finals record counts too.
Well, look, since we're here, let me just throw in my 2 cents real quick. 6 is better than 4.
6 is more than 4.
But that's about it. It seems like, I mean, points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, like all the records, like, okay, 6-4.
And beat him Father
you.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? Longevity.
Yep.
You know, I think the whole thing is like longevity versus, you know, what Jordan was able to do in a shorter amount of time. So, you know, it's kind of like, what's your flavor? Because he's the points leader, you know. Now, to be clear, I still have Jordan number 1.
Stop it.
But
David.
I do think,
Stop it, David.
Because what Jordan was able to accomplish in such a short time is very impressive. But if, and I don't think this is gonna happen, but if LeBron were to get, I think, just 1 more, I don't think he has to get 6, but if he could get 1 more, I think he would be.
No,
I think it would solidify him.
Here's
as
the thing,
number
though.
1.
This is why LeBron is not number 1. This man didn't even win a dunk competition. He didn't win a dunk contest.
He never went in though.
Exactly. That is my point. How are you the GOAT, the best to ever do it, and you never even enter into a dunk competition?
Jordan did.
And you know you're going to win. Who else is beating LeBron in a dunk competition?
Just off of name recognition, you'll probably win.
I mean,
Like,
also add Jordan.
how are you the GOAT and not doing dunk competition? Do you know what that is to me? You're afraid.
Yeah.
It also goes.
Was MJ afraid?
Nope.
Jordan had Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Yeah,
He had a
where's
couple of
LeBron's
things, like,
Defensive Player of the Year?
No. He got robbed.
He got robbed. Yeah, Marc Gasol got his award. Yes,
LeBron should have had a defensive.
Yes.
When? This year?
No, years past. Marc Gasol took one of those things that should not have been his. But
No, LeBron was
Maybe when he was playing in Cleveland.
No, the thing is why I kind of don't understand it is like, did you guys ever seen the Cavaliers team that LeBron took to the finals? Like,
yes,
bro, come on.
Boobie Gibson, Varejao, Mo Williams,
Eric Snow.
Come on, man.
But the East wasn't stacked at the time.
Eric Snow was over there too.
Yes. Come
It was
on,
bad.
man.
It was bad.
Yes.
And you know, and we'll kind of get off of this, but MJ had help. Like, he had help. He had Dennis Rodman, which to me I think were probably more important than Scottie, because like a guy that's gonna rebound and set good screens, your what they call it, the enforcer. Like, so MJ don't have to worry about all that. Very important. And then obviously you had Scottie. Even before him, he had, was it Horace Grant? Right? They had Horace Grant. So I mean, he had such a great cast compared to LeBron. Obviously, in LeBron's golden years, he had help, but
This man had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Kyrie
What
Irving,
are
Kevin
we
Love,
talking
Hall
about?
of Fame.
Anthony Davis. I mean,
and look how easy the game came to them boys, man. I mean, they did lose against Dallas Mavericks, right?
But
Dallas was due one. Dallas was
Do
due
you think
one.
Jordan is losing if you replace LeBron James with Jordan?
Yeah, we wouldn't have that.
Do
ring.
you think they're losing to the
We
Mavs?
wouldn't have had that ring.
Well, it was a chemistry issue though.
But
the first,
well,
It doesn't, man.
my personal belief is God was in that because he knew he could not allow them to win. Especially they got together that summer, not 1, not 2, not 3, the hubris and all of that. God couldn't allow it for them to win that first year.
Bring
He
that
couldn't
down.
let it
Yeah,
happen.
humble.
Babylon.
Let me put
Your
y'all
throne
on
fall
game.
down.
Let me put y'all on game. The new dynasty is coming. Okay.
Oh, you a Magic fan?
And you heard it here first. The Orlando Magic dynasty
please.
will begin
they're getting better.
soon.
They're getting better.
I'm letting you know.
I don't know about a dynasty.
Listen, you heard it here first. The Orlando Magic dynasty begins in 1 to 2 seasons. It is predicated on what we do this off season. We were close. And let me tell you something. We would have beat Boston if we beat the Cavs. We would have beat Boston.
But you didn't beat the Cavs.
Somebody get this man.
We would have beat Boston.
That's a little.
Look at what we did during the season to Boston. They couldn't do anything with us. this offseason might be the most important offseason in Orlando Magic history.
Oh no, I think we overhyping Paolo. Paolo's cool, but
Don't sleep on Paolo.
The Magic got some dogs, but
is the best young player in the league. Ant.
Oh, okay.
Then Paolo.
Okay.
Well, what age do we say break it off?
25 and under.
oh, then we got to put Luka in there. Sorry.
SGA ain't 25 and under?
Yes,
no.
he is.
No,
Yeah.
he's 27.
Really?
That's
That
not
old?
true. Is he
Shea's
really?
old, yeah.
Dang.
Shea's old.
Uh,
I don't know if he's 27, but he's old.
Well, look, if y'all couldn't get it done with Dwight Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, that team that made the finals,
Listen, we were going
I don't
against
think-
Kobe Bryant.
y'all don't have anyone on the level.
We
of
were
Dwight
going
right
against
now.
Kobe Bryant.
It doesn't matter.
Kobe Bryant is
Nah,
not in the
it
league
matters.
anymore.
It matters. It
Yeah,
matters.
but I'm saying, but why didn't they get back to the finals? That team didn't break up that season.
Listen,
they could have
don't you're worrying about the past, and you need to be worrying about the future. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
all right, so I guess it's safe to say that we all agree it's Jordan 1, Kobe 2, and
No,
then
we
LeBron
don't.
3.
We do not
I
agree
don't know
that,
about
sir.
that one.
We do not agree that.
Jordan is one.
Nah.
His Space Jam was better as well.
Oh man, I haven't even seen that.
I didn't see the other one either, but I'm just I know.
Yeah. ain't nobody.
I didn't see it, but yeah, the first Space Jam it was a good movie. It was a good movie. But I definitely LeBron's number one. But you know, I understand you guys.
The only thing that matters in the NBA is what? Still at the end of the day.
That's right. Chips.
Championships. Okay.
I hear you.
All right.
Well, look here, man.
That's a lot.
And he should have had more, to be honest.
I want to make sure I get this in because I know we're going to wrap up now. But, you know, Scooter and I spent some time playing ball back in the day. And I would say he could be a really good player if he had a shot. That's all he needed. I know he's working on it, but
Listen,
he's got a good first step. You know what I'm saying?
let them know. Let them know, David.
He had a good first step. But anyway, nah, man, it's been really good having you on, Scooter. Thanks for spending the time with us and definitely enlightening us on your journey and some of the goals you got. You know, I'm sure we definitely support you in the things you're trying to do. I think that's lovely. And especially you talked about your relationship with Christ and how important that is to you. And we can definitely see the fruits of your labor. And we know God's only going to continue to bless you and you know, come back on the pod another time, man. We'll chop it up some more.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, this has been another powerful hour with the Hold Your Point Podcast.
Yep.
We are the Hold Your Point Podcast crew. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Continue to tune in. And until then, stay blessed.
Oh.